Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to reveal massive peaks. Before I get into this topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. If you need coaching, please check out the link down below. All right, so last week I wandered into the gym, and it's a small little community gym. Usually there's no one in there, but lo and behold, someone was benching, and it was bench day. Two people in the gym, and it's just me and them. I wanted to bench, and they were benching. So I said to myself, what the heck do I do now? Do I sit here and wait for a half an hour? So what I decided to do was something different, something I've never really tried in 38 years. I took my exercise selection and I decided to turn it on its head. Normally we go into the gym and we start with the big hitting exercises. We do bench and then we step down and we do dumbbell bench or dips or whatever. You start with the more challenging exercises and you work your way down. On this day, I decided to flip that on its head and do the easiest exercises first and work up in intensity. So what I did on that day was I started with the dumbbell barrel press, and then I did the dumbbell bench, and then I moved on to the bench press. What I found is that, hey, this is something I really enjoy, and I could turn this into a workout. What would it look like for back? What would it look like for delts and quads? So I came up with the idea, and this is at Massive Peaks. In this video, I'm going to go through everything I came up with. And if you're interested in the PDF with all the sample workouts, you can check out the link down below. I'm going to present everything as always in this video for free. And if you want the PDF copy, again, link down below. All right, let's dive into Massive Peaks. Why peaks? Because basically we're climbing a mountain. We're going from easy to hard to more difficult as we move along during a workout. So basically, as it says here, we're flipping training on its head, working the big compounds or the big exercises last. Now, one of the cornerstones of this is something I came up with called escalating sets. Basically, on your big hitting exercises, instead of going in and doing all these warm-ups for your last exercise, you're going to be pretty warmed up. So instead of doing straight sets, we're going to do escalating sets. You can do 3 escalating sets. You can do 4 escalating sets. Again, this is going to be for your last exercise on your peak days. It's going to be for your big hitters like bench and squats and deadlifts. So let's say you're doing 4 escalating sets for your big hitting exercises. Set 1 would be weight by 10 reps. Set 2, you'd add an additional 10% weight and do 10 reps. Set 3, you'd add an additional 20% from your initial set and perform it for 10 reps. And set 4, another 10% and perform it for 10 reps. So let's look at an example so this makes sense. So let's say you're able to bench, 190, 200 for 10. The first time you go in and try an escalating set in the Massive Peak system, you'd probably do your warm-up bar by 10. Set 1 would be 135 by 10. Then you'd move up about 10% each increment. Set 2, 150 by 10. Set 3, 165 by 10. And set 4, 180 by 10. So basically your last escalating set, when it feels manageable, like when you're able to hit your rep goal, like here, for example, 10, and you don't feel close to failure, you would move up 5 pounds the next time. So let's dive into some examples. I have examples here, and you guys can screenshot this if you don't want to buy the PDF. And again, you can find the link down below. I'm basically going to give you examples of Massive Peaks workouts. Now, don't panic. I'm going to show you how to work this into an upper posterior or even the massive loob split. So even though this looks like a bro split, I'm going to show you how to implement this in an upper lower type of workout. So basically, you can do anything you want. There are no rules here. The only rule is that you determine your exercises and you start from easiest to more challenging. So So here for chest, we have 3 exercise and 4 exercise examples. You can see on the left, you start with a barrel press, which is probably the lightest of the crew here. Then we move on to dumbbell bench and then bench press 4x10 escalating. Another example would be you could start with dips. Then you could move on to dumbbell bench and finish off with bench press 4x10 escalating. So we have the 4 exercise variations. You could go in the gym, start with dumbbell flies, then move up in weight on your dumbbells and do dumbbell barrel press, then move up and do dumbbell bench, and then finish off with your bench press. Another example, you can start off with push-ups, 3 sets for max reps, then do dips, then do dumbbell bench, and then do your bench press 4x10 escalating sets. All right, so I have some more examples here, and I'm not going to run through each of them. You guys can screenshot these. But you can see here for back, we have some 4 and 5 exercise variations. I like to put in 5 exercise variations for back because I like to give the option of working in the deadlifts, which is a big hitter when it comes to your upper back and traps. Now you can see for deadlifts here, I put in escalating sets at about 4x6. I find the 6 rep range is a little bit better for deadlift. You can adjust any of these rep ranges any way you'd like. Again, this is only an example. I'm not using this to say this is the only way you can do the massive peaks system. All right, for delts, same thing. 3 exercises and 4 exercises. I got some really quality variations for your 4 exercises. You can do side lateral raises, then upright rows and seated dumbbell overhead press, and then pin press. And if you want to stick straight to a barbell, this is a fun variation. You can do upright rows on the barbell, add weight, do high pulls, add weight, do military press, and add weight and do push press. So this is a barbell only example of a delt massive peaks variation. Now for quads, here are some 3 and 4 exercise examples. You could start with some pause body weight squats if you wanted to start like chest with some lighter push-ups, some lighter body weight stuff. You can move on to goblet squats and front squats and then squats. Another quality 4 exercise variation, you can do leg extensions, Bulgarian split squats, or of course lunges, horizontal or vertical or sled leg press or hack squat, and then you could move on to squats. All right, moving forward, I got some arm examples here for triceps and biceps. We have some 3 exercise and 4 exercise variations and some examples for hamstrings and traps. Now I'm going to move on and show you guys some of the workouts. I'm going to give you guys a glimpse of the PDF, and I'm going to show you what some of the massive peaks sample workouts look like. All right, so this is the massive peaks PDF. It's basically, you're going to have your cover page, which, you know, all fancy graphics, massive peaks, right? And then you're going to dive into an explanation of what massive peaks is. I give you examples of how to do escalating sets. I'm going to kind of skip forward because this is all information we just went through, and I'm showing you again what the PDF looks like. Now here is a massive peaks upper posterior. You can take this, and again, you don't have to ram it into a body part split. Here you're going to take that escalating kind of intensity, moving from the lighter to the more intense exercises, and we spread them out into a posterior and upper type of workout. So you can see on posterior A, you start with lat prayers. On posterior B, you have lat pull downs. Posterior A, we bounce back. We have seated cable rows. Posterior B, for back, we have barbell rows. And posterior A, we have deadlifts. So we kind of we stay true on this upper posterior to alternating between legs and back on posterior days. And on upper days, we alternate between delts and chest, but we go from lighter exercises to more intense. Now, here's the massive peaks loop. Now we're getting super sexual, right? We got the peaks and we got the loop going on. Now we got a party, right? So the massive iron loop is basically legs, upper, back, and extra upper. So it's like having 2 upper days, but we spread the legs and the back out into their own days, so it's not quite as intense. Some people find the posterior workouts to be very intense, so the loop just gives you some flexibility. You can work your legs only once a week. It's basically the same workout as the upper posterior. We just moved everything on posterior to a legs day and to a back day. And finally, we have the body part split for those of you that like to train body part workouts like I do: legs, chest, back, and delts. It's all here. You can see chest day. Again, this is just an example workout. You can escalate or peak these exercises any way you want. But on chest day, we do dumbbell fly, barrel press, dumbbell bench, and bench press. You could work in machine chest press. You could work in dips. You could work in pec deck. You can work in anything you want. But again, you want to start with the more easy exercises, and you get to determine what's the easiest for you and work up until you get to the hardest exercise. And here you can see we're doing a squat escalating, a bench press escalating, a deadlift escalating, and a pin press escalating. So we're working up to those escalating sets. A lot of fun. It's going to be super intense. And again, this training approach completely takes everything we've ever done in training and turns it completely upside down. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.